Hi everyone, welcome back. So, playing through the final Manhunt mission again, because unfortunately for me, I've tried everything that I can to get past the infinite loop that I'm experiencing, and many of us are obviously experiencing. And yeah, I mean, I just can't get past it. It's really frustrating. You're probably going to end up seeing it in this video. But yeah, I kind of want to talk about Year 4, the final, obviously the Manhunt, just generally what we've experienced, and overall it's positive. I got to admit, there's some obvious issues which I'll get to, and I've already said at the start of the video. But I'll start with the positives, because I think overall I'm really happy with what happened with this final Manhunt. It's probably one of my favourite Manhunts that we've had. I'm going to go slow here, guys, because I've heard that if you go slow through this, then maybe you can get past the cutscene. I don't know, but yeah, overall, I think the final Manhunt for me was really good. Really enjoyed it. I really liked the story. I had some idea on what the story would entail, but actually, when you're playing through it, you kind of forget and you just go through it. And I was surprised with stuff. The overall missions and stuff. So the anti-Manhunt, the Manhunts that we're used to, yeah, I mean that was the same as usual, and that's not really something that, you know, I was that focused on, because I knew that the anti-mission was going to be very similar to how all the other Manhunts have been, and we do know that Manhunts are going to be changing with Seasons 2.0 at the end of Year 5. So yeah, that was just the same as usual, really. It kind of just blew through that content. What I was more interested in, of course, was Stovepipe. And obviously that took place at Coney Island, an area I've not been to for a long time. So for me, it was great, because I had been there for a long time. I hadn't seen a lot of the stuff for a long time, so that was nice. The mission itself was difficult. Yeah, I mean, I had it on heroic initially, but I got to admit, when I got to spoilers, I'm sure you guys knew it was spoilers anyway, but when I got to the part where Stovepipe was deceased and we had the aerial drones come in, yeah, that, guys, that was relentless. And especially when you have the two aerial drones come out, because you basically have to take down the first one, otherwise you just get overrun by two aerial drones. On heroic, it was incredibly difficult. I had a skill build which yeah, isn't the best, but you know, I did drop it down to challenging, and I got through the aerial drone with my skill build. And then, of course, you move on and you have to escape, Coney Island, which was different, because I don't think we've had a mission yet where it's been that way. We've had to escape. What I would say, just a side note, it would be nice to have some kind of timer, because it didn't really feel like much of an escape, because there was no kind of time to get out. But with that said, I've got to skip this, haven't I? I don't know if I did that soon enough. Oh, objective failed. So this just keeps happening. So yeah, the escape was okay, but I mean, I find this a lot. These skill builds just get destroyed in these modes, the EMPs and whatnot. So it was very challenging. I don't normally find challenging, but it felt very challenging on the skill build, and I would have been much better off not using a skill build. Just finding the EMPs and stuff was a real pain, but you know, I got through it eventually with my skill build. What I will say is, and then we obviously got to the boss, which was Sparkle, I think it was, if my memory serves me well, which was the flamethrower grenade Robo dog boss, which is an NPC dog we've never seen before, which was really cool. I've got to admit though, I find it I know a lot of people struggle with this. It's probably because they weren't using the skill build, but I used my skill build for that, and it was very easy, because the drone just distracted the I don't know why I'm running an EMP on this build, by the way. The drone distracted the Sparkle pretty much the whole time. So yeah, it was actually very easy for me personally. It was probably the easiest part of the entire. Actually, no, it was by far the easiest part of the entire level. Which, yeah, I guess it probably shouldn't have been, but it definitely was. So yeah, I mean, I did enjoy the battle though. The flamethrower, I've heard, hits really hard. I never got hit by it once, because I was in cover with my let me just move over here. I was in cover with my turrets, and then obviously if my drone was going out and doing all the work. But the overall, the overall new NPC, that was not a new dog and whatever. That was something I didn't expect, so that was good. That was really cool, and the fight itself was absolutely fine. I mean, it was a good fight, and yeah, I was really happy with it. And like I said, the fact that it was at Coney Island, which I've not been to for a long time, was a nice change. And so obviously you do that, and then you get to you've realised the lore, and you realise it's all a trap. Stovepipe has been killed, I assume, by Black Tusk, and we're being framed for it. And then we get comms that we need to come back to the White House, and we get dropped off here at the White House. The first mission in the Division 2, it brings back all this nostalgia. I remember playing through it and just being like, oh my god, this is amazing. We have to take back the South Lawn. Obviously, as you've seen, there's a Razorback up there, and this was just, for me, this is one of the coolest, probably the coolest moment in all of the Manhunts we've had since the launch of the Division 2. This to me was epic, and yeah, I was so happy they did this. I mean, Razorback, yeah, cool, it's something we've seen before, but I don't know, I really enjoyed it. I haven't fought a Razorback for ages because, it's a raid thing, and it was just something different, It was, yeah, I mean, overall, absolutely great. And of course, you beat Razorback, and then we hit the biggest issue with this update, and that is the bug that has basically... Yeah, me at the moment, I'm on an infinite loop. I mean, I can't get out of this. I am constantly stuck redoing this mission over and over and over again. And there's some stuff out there on how to defeat it, but what am I doing? I'm not paying attention here. But none of it's worked for me so far. And it's a real shame, because when I defeated Razorback and I saw the two cutscenes and we got back to the White House and I was like, oh my god, the White House is basically destroyed. I was like, this is amazing. I couldn't have asked really for more from this Manhunt. I really couldn't have. Some people were talking about the fact that the reward you get for Stovepipe is the customization to your chess piece. It's an appearance mod rather than anything else. But I'm not sure what people expected. I saw some people saying, why isn't it an exotic? But it depends what your expectations are. I mean, my expectations were that it was going to be an appearance mod, and I never for a minute thought there would be anything, different to that. So, yeah, I'm not sure where people got the idea that it would be something more than that, to be completely honest with you, but people did, and so people are a little bit annoyed. For me personally, yeah, it didn't bother me at all. Overall, like I said, the actual Manhunt stuff itself, really great. And you know what? If they can expand on Manhunts in year 5, which I know they will be doing, then I think Manhunts could really be really strong. And the story as well, guys. The story is just getting really good. I never used to be a lore person, but I'm loving the story of the Division 2 and then the where it's going to. And that's what I look forward to most with the Manhunts. I mean, of course, when they change Manhunts and maybe there's some better gameplay stuff to it, then of course I look forward to that as well. But that's not the reason I play the Manhunts at the moment. It's not the reason I come back every week to play the Manhunts. Manhunts for me is the lore and all the stuff attached, and these cutscenes are awesome. And so overall, yeah, I mean, the ending was really good. Like I said, it was plagued by this infinite bug, which for a lot of people is really going to bring this down. And it's completely understandable, because I can't even go, because I know that after that, I thought that this was the end. In my video yesterday, I thought that these two cutscenes were the end, but it's actually not. You go to the castle at the settlement after this. There's another comms that I need to listen to that I'm not able to listen to. So for me, I'm not actually able to complete the final Manhunt at the moment. I can't go back to doing anything. I'm basically stuck in this endless loop. And for some people, that's going to be I mean, this is game breaking, right? There's no doubt this is game breaking. I can't play the game. I just got to keep going through this over and over and over again, and hopefully something twigs. I know Massive are on the ball with this. I'm sure they're going to get a fix out as soon as they possibly can. And they did say that this never showed on their side. This never showed as a bug for them. Obviously, it's gone live and it's a bug. And whether I believe them or not it doesn't really matter. It's in the game, and it is breaking the game. And I really wish this wouldn't have happened, because I really feel like this could have been an amazing end to this year. But it has diminished it a bit. It has. I mean, up until this point, I'm going to try and skip this cutscene as soon as it goes. I mean, that's as fast as I could possibly do it. Oh, wait there. We did it, guys. I got through it. Oh my god! As I was saying, well, there you go, guys. You got you got to skip that cutscene as you possibly can. I can't believe that. I've been trying that for ages. Awesome. Well, I'm going to listen to this last Hunter drone recording and see what the hell's going on. But as I said, overall, very happy with this final Manhunt target. I'm excited to see where Year 5 goes. I am going to be doing a video on the names of the seasons, because I think the names of each season are really they're indicative of what to expect from Year 5 and what those seasons might entail. I mean, based on how this is ending, and I'm sure what I'm going to hear from this recording, I can understand why the first season of Year 5 is called Broken Wings. And each season has its own name, which is going to give you an idea as to what that season's about. So I do want to do some kind of speculation on that. I don't really have a great idea on what's going to happen with Year 5. One of the most interesting parts about this whole final Manhunt is the cutscene where the hunter kills... I can't remember his name. The hunter kills Captain Lewis, and Natalia, you hear Natalia say, or call the hunter an agent. And there's a possibility, I know Aaron Keener has been something that's come up again. There's the possibility that Aaron Keener comes back. I mean, I hope it's not that, because, you know, sometimes you just got to let stuff go. But that's interesting, that this hunter was possibly a former agent. And I don't know how that fits into the wider kind of spectrum of lore. I'm going to have to look into it a bit more, but that is very interesting. I've just noticed that my my weapon here has the ladybug skin on it, it looks like. So that looks awful, and I'm going to have to change that. But there we go, guys. That's it. Just wanted to end it there. Thanks very much for watching. Let me know what you think about the ending of this in the comments section down below. And until the next one, epic out.